Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 12th of February. I want to use the Llewellyn Tarot for today's reading. A time before Camelot, bringing the Welsh myths to life. I'm really into this at the moment. I used the Arthurian Tarot recently, the Druidcraft Tarot. They all have this theme, and I've always liked Camelot and the whole idea of it. I also studied in Cardiff, so I know Wales a little bit, and Glastonbury is really nearby as well. It's just a hop over the border. So I'm just going to choose 3 cards here today to see what the tarot wants you to be aware of and what energy you'll be working with. Let's have a look. I've also been thinking of going back to Glastonbury. King of Cups. So maybe that's why I'm into all the Avalon stuff. King of Cups, 2 of Cups. Oh, wow, it looks like a very romantic day. Less romantic with the King of Swords. He's more about making good decisions, speaking clearly, educating himself, making good laws that benefit everybody. Wow, so this is a great energy. The King of Cups is so soft and gentle. He's someone who's nurturing, who takes care of those around him. He's got this fish jumping out. That's funny. That reminds me of this Harry Styles music video I watched, where he rescues this fish and then takes care of it. And it's just such a tearjerker. I loved it. Someone showed that to me. So it's about nurturing others, nurturing yourself. Being emotionally adaptable, I'm getting via the fish, which is interesting. He's wearing this green robe with highlights of pink in his little scarf. So that's really the heart chakra, and that's where he is. That's what he's all about. He's about keeping his heart open, even in difficult times, being someone who represents good things, who supports others, who is consistent in his devotion and affection to those he loves. And then he has this crown on, so he really is the king of love, the king of feelings, the king of connection. And he's also able to create new relationships. He can show up for people who need him. So the King of Cups is a great person to have around. Also, because it's a court card, this could be a quality that you feel, that you suddenly feel the love and you want to take care of other people. But it could be that the King of Cup shows up in your life as an actual person. So it is a great opportunity for a new romantic relationship on this day. Next, we've got the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is about someone else coming into your life. What's the saying? A reason, a season, or a lifetime. But it's not usually a lifetime with the 2 of Cups. I would associate that with the major arcana card, the Lovers. The 2 of Cups is more about someone coming in for a particular purpose, and there are karmic kind of reasons involved. But the relationship is very important in what it does for both people. So first of all, we've got these beautiful cherry blossoms down here. So it's that sense of spring and newness and wonder, and really just creating those amazing memories of you being in love and feeling massively connected with someone who's very dear to you. But here, this is what I'm drawn to. We've got the caduceus, which is about healing. So, like this relationship can be very... It's interesting because the relationship and the love you feel in that relationship could heal other things that are going on internally on an emotional level, but that don't really have anything to do with relationships. If you've had a big disappointment, then something like this great emotional experience that comes in can kind of heal it or offset it, or at least make you feel like there's balance in your life. Then we've got this lion. So it strengthens both people and the wings. It gives them a sense of freedom, and like anything is possible. And that's so important, isn't it? To go through life and to keep growing and to keep looking at different avenues and doing things in a way that's fresh and new. Finally, we've got the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is also the master of his suit, and he's in charge of the element of air. And that has to do with freedom and education and making tough decisions. And the colors are kind of interesting to me. So we've got this dark blue and then we've got this violet. So what's interesting is the dark blue is kind of at his feet with all this gray. So I feel that he's able to manage his feelings by thinking logically. It's kind of like a, oh wow, it's kind of like a representation of, for just as an example, like cognitive behavioral therapy. You, in a conscious way, you look at what you're feeling and try and restructure it. And excuse me, if you're a CBT therapist listening right now, I'm certainly not an expert. So someone, if you could define it in the comments, please, that would be great. But just as an example, it's a way of kind of reframing your own thoughts by being conscious about it and kind of influencing the subconscious. So that's what I'm getting here, that he's doing that. He's not trampling his own feelings, but he's managing them. He is not going to let himself, or he's not going to let his own feelings dictate what he does, because he operates up here in the realms of ideas and thinking and communication. But the violet here to me is very much about a connection with spirit and also a sense of being clairvoyant in this case. So I find it very interesting that he's so connected to his emotions, but he kind of navigates them for a purpose. So for instance, it's like a clairvoyant who uses that ability to get messages and then make sense of them and breaks them down to create meaning and to create maybe answers for himself or other people. So it's interesting because the King of Swords usually doesn't have this spiritual connection. He's much more about logic and reason and facts. So both of these cards then in this deck have a lot to do with the emotions. I feel that you're able to master something within yourself that may be painful, to regain a sense of emotional freedom. And that's the same as this feeling of spring here. There are new things that are possible. So that's amazing. But also there's an opportunity for an actual relationship with another person. And these two kings, I mean, even they could have a relationship. They'd be a good couple, I think. So someone who's maybe a little bit strict on himself when it comes to his own feelings, and someone who's completely in his heart, they could teach each other lots of things. The King of Cups could teach him to sometimes, it's okay to be out of control and to just let feelings take over. And the King of Swords could teach the King of Cups structure and discipline and reason and when to hold back. It'd be a very interesting back and forth because the King of Cups would always resist that because he'd be like, I don't want to scrutinize my emotional life. I just want to live it. So that would be a very interesting relationship, which would create balance for both of them and possibly some tension, I feel. And that would strengthen them and give them a greater sense of opportunity and freedom. Wow. Okay, so number-wise, we've got court cards, which count as 1. So 1 and 1 is 2, and another 2 is 4. And we had that recently. 4 is about security and structure and building something solid. It's like the Emperor in the Tarot, it's Saturn in astrology, it's something really permanent. So that's very interesting to me because before I said the Two of Cups is something that's there for a reason or a season. It's not permanent. So I feel that the new relationship or the new relationship with the self or the new kind of challenge that you're going through with someone, it creates more strength within you. So it's okay if not everything is perfect because it's really creating like a solid platform emotionally inside yourself. Oh, very much like this, taking control of the emotions. It's so interesting, isn't it, that just like a little piece of watercolor here that's different says so much. I love it. Okay. So I hope you have a great day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. I use my intuition, the tarot, numerology, and astrology. I combine all of them. So if you have any questions about your life or the future, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I will speak to you tomorrow.